Wait, whatever you do, hold up. Do not send that proposal. You need to qualify your video production client first. Jake the Film Guy, and in today's video, that's exactly what we're gonna talk about. Now, first of all, you wanna make sure you're talking to the decision maker, the guy who writes the checks. Quick story. Once when I was a more naive salesman, I had the opportunity to try to pitch an architecture firm. Well, I ended up pitching the wrong marketer. It was an influencer, yes, but I spent months trying to just even get in front of this one guy. And then when I was talking to him, I realized the dreaded mistake. The dreaded mistake being he was not the head honcho, the big kahuna, the big cheese, the top dog, the guy in charge. Always make sure you put out your sensors to see if you can even get away with calling said person those kinds of names. A good, respectful term is certainly authority, decision maker, leader, person of influence, influencer. Titles like that are usually safe and you can get away with those. Nonetheless, I failed miserably in trying to sell this architecture firm on my services as a video producer, leaving the gap wide open for the next Joe to come along and do the video for them. So how do you mitigate that? You qualify if you're talking to the decision maker with something as simple as this. Hey, are you the person who supervises video projects of this nature? Hey, are you the authority on projects like this? Are you the person that's going to be leading this video? Are you going to be supervising this video project? Obviously, there are many different ways you could phrase this. Find something that's tactful and go with it. But by all means, vary it up. Number 2, you want to make sure that you get price, at least a floor price in that conversation very quickly. The whole point is to save time, your time and their time. And you do that by comboing the first and the second step in one fell swoop. Let me illustrate. Are you the decision maker for projects that start at $5,000 like this video? Are you the person that supervises video projects between $5,000 and $10,000? Are you the person that's going to be running this video that runs about $5,000 or more? You understand where I'm going here. You want to qualify that you're talking to the decision maker and that the price range, at the very least, is going to offer them some semblance of what it's going to start at. And if it's not at all within the wheelhouse of what they can or want to do, this will let them know right away. Ooh, this cat, he's kind of expensive. We can't work with him. Obviously, you can't nail down everything that's going to go into your quote right away, but this is to avoid that painful process of coming up with a proposal and working on all these figures just to find out that they want to go with somebody that's already bid $500, a fraction of what you're offering. But Jake the Film Guy, how do I know what to charge for this video? If you're struggling with what to charge for your services, I have the post below that you should start with. It'll give you a good walkthrough of all the different variables you should be thinking through before you give somebody a quote. And if you need additional help, I've got a worksheet for you at the site you can try out for a week. Take it for a spin. I promise you, it'll help you. I use it every time I quote somebody. Number 3, if they say they don't want to work with an out-of-towner, well then you're just up a creek without a paddle. All levity aside, this is the third qualifying question I've asked once I've decided I've got the decision maker and that the floor pricing is something that they can work with. And that is, are they okay with working with an out-of-towner? Obviously, this won't apply to every scenario, but there are some situations, like animation, where you need to make sure that you're not just assuming that because you're in Vegas and they're in New York, that they're gonna work with you. They might want to reinvest their dollars locally, and there's nothing wrong with that. If they want to work with a local and you're not local to their place of business, thank them and move along. They're not the droids you're looking for. There are other qualifying questions that you can ask your potential client, your prospect, to see if this is going to be a good fit for them and for you. One of my favorites is, why me? Why do this now? What will this solve for you? If you need more ideas and questions that you can ask your prospects, head on over to the site. The link to this article is below. Sign up on the newsletter and get a bonus, and I promise you, we don't spam people. Hey, if you found this information useful, hit that subscribe button. Share this with one other video producer that you know that's in the same boat as you, and hit the like button. All of this will help grow this community on which I tell you everything I learn, good, bad, and ugly. I want to tell stories of hope that'll impact the world, and if you do too, then you're in the right place. Keep creating with the king, and I'll catch you next time.
Well, that's something we're missing a receipt for, and I went ahead
I'm not really sure
checked
what's
through all
going on.
my files, and I checked with the
My
AP
coworker,
manager,
Joy,
make sure
she pushed me to the
was
ground
nothing
and she
missing
said
there,
to get
but-
help. I think somebody might be in the place.
What do you mean she?